Since this is not my knife, it used to be at one point, but I gave it to a friend, and he hasn't cleaned it, sharpened it, or taken care of it. He loosened the pivot so he could flip it out, and it was so loosened that the blade would hit the side, the frame, and that was because it was so dirty, you know. Now, the blade wasn't sharp at all. I had to touch up the edge to get it to cut paper. And now it does cut paper. So I cleaned it, I sharpened it a bit. At the same time, it doesn't have a clean edge. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to modify the initial edge because he said he wants to have it like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fine stone from my Lansky and put a secondary bevel, which at that time when I had the knife I didn't do. That way he's going to have a more long-lasting edge. I don't think he cares about penetration in wood or other materials as much as some of us do. So I think it's going to be alright for him if I do that. All I'm trying to do is get a very, very sharp knife. Doesn't really need to have the same edge angle that I did before, and in this case I think a bit bigger angle will do. Now because this is not my knife, I'm gonna clamp it into the Lansky. I put some tape because I don't want to leave any marks on the blade. He really loves the knife, and I wouldn't want to alter the look of the knife in any way, not even with scratches. You know, if he puts scratches on it, it's fine. It's his knife. I offered to help, and I'm going to do so without putting any scratches on the knife as much as possible. I mean, if you can't, you can't. But in this case, I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take probably the medium stone, and I'm going to see where this knife is. My guess is somewhere around 20 degrees, which is fine, which is actually perfect. We'll see. It's actually higher than 20 degrees, which I did not expect. But a bit lower than 25, which is perfect. That means he won't even feel the micro bevel. It'll just be a nice way for me to put a micro bevel there that's very close to the initial edge. Just clean up the entire edge, which worked out great. I'm just going to show you the results. I'm not going to keep you here while I do this. So, the whole thing took, I think, about 30 minutes. Taking the knife apart, cleaning it, putting it back together, and sharpening it. And I did sharpen it. It's not what I would call 100% perfect, but keeping with the line of the edge, I didn't want to modify the knife further. So it slices paper, it shaves, and I think that's all one would need in a knife. I did take it on the strop a bit more just to make sure and to convex the micro bevel, because that's going to be a bit more resilient. So yeah, in case you care, in case you stayed through the end, sure, you don't really need a Lion's key to do this. Some stones, sharpening stones, would suffice. Even a DC4 would get you going, diamond side and ceramic side, and then maybe the strop. That would be sufficient. By the way, I used WD-40 to clean the dirt from inside, and also when I took the tape off the spine to clean the glue left from the tape, which works very well. And now the knife even has a really smooth action while the blade is centered, you know, so it works. Hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you all a great day.